Hey guys, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. And this will be a thank you episode, guys. Yesterday on the live stream during the game with the Steelers versus Colts, the Steelers won 24-17 and we finally reached 1K, but it is a massive, massive, massive achievement. Now, I have done it before with my good mate Pittsburgh Owen on Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. We have now we're going pretty well on that channel. We're almost near 2,000 subs. We're building a good community there. But also, guys, we're building a pretty good community here with Steeler Nation Australia. And I'm very happy. I'm very happy to hit that milestone for a few reasons. And I will send out some thanks as well. But very happy for the milestone hitting 1K. Now, last year, I didn't know I wanted to do this as my hobby or, slash part-time job. But it's turning into that. It's turning into a part-time job and, a hobby that I do during the day in my spare time, put videos together, put ideas together, get out my Steeler Nation thought. And of course, I'm a fan first. I'm not an analyst. I'm just a fan commenting on my team, and I love my team. And I know you guys know that, so that's awesome, right? But it is a big, big milestone, guys. Like, it's not easy getting to 1,000. It's not even easy getting to 100. But I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys, the viewer, the guys on YouTube that come and watch my streams, come and join the Steeler Nation community. If you are a Steelers fan or not, there's so many people here that are Browns fans, Chiefs fans, Bears fans, you name it. There are fans from every other team. There are people that don't even really watch football. They come around and say hello too. But mostly we are Steeler Nation, and I am pretty proud to represent Australia. If I can put it that way. The channel is named Steelers Nation Australia because I'm Australian. I live here. It's fantastic. I'm really proud of myself to hit the 1K. But it's in like a big nutshell, like I wouldn't be here with all this stuff without you guys, the viewer. If you don't watch this, then this stuff doesn't take off, if that makes sense, right? But on the other side, I have been working pretty hard, getting better at my craft, getting better at doing videos, getting better at speaking online, getting better at, formulating an opinion and telling my side of the story. And also, I'm trying to be, mostly, I need to be entertaining. If I'm not entertaining, then why would you watch, right? But 1,000 subs, it is fantastic. So I want to give a big thanks to you guys, the viewer. You guys know who you are from the very start. There are people who were sub 35 to 410 to sub 255 to the very last minute of 1,000. So you guys who have been supporting my work and my content over the last year or so, it's been fantastic, and it's not going to stop. Like, I plan to keep doing this. My plan for the short term goal right now is to talk about my team frequently, daily, every second day, do podcasts, content, interviews, all that stuff about my team, the Steelers, and see where it takes me. And then the long-term goal, don't really know, right? I always said, the minute I stop having fun, if I have no fun, if I'm turned on and I can't do the podcast, I can't do the content, then I will walk away. I will turn it off and say, see you later. Thank you, guys. And I will let you know. And of course, guys, I will let everyone know as well. I won't just disappear into the night. I'll say, see you later, mates. It's been great. And then we'll move on. But I'm still having fun. I love it. I absolutely love doing this. I love watching the game. I love talking about the team. I love everything about it. I love working with BTSC. I love working with the other project we're doing with the syndicate and see how that's growing. And I want to give a big thanks to the guys who I work with. Derek, big thanks to you, mate, for the raids and all the constant support over the last year or so. I think it's been, around this time last year when I started doing the content at a higher level and putting more stuff out. But it wasn't until about February when I really was like, you know what, I'm going to try different things and YouTube stuff. And yeah, big shout out to you, Derek, mate, from Detroit Lions Syndicate and Gridiron Blitz. You've been a massive help on this journey to get the 1K, and it's not over yet. Give a good shout out to my other mate, Pittsburgh Owen, who I'm doing podcasts and the syndicate with on Pittsburgh Steeler Syndicate. You guys know we work over there too, and that's monetized now, which is awesome. Big shout out to my other mate, Matty P from Steelers Touchdown Under. That's where I started with my content stuff, my podcasting skills, that stuff all started with started 2 years ago or 3 years ago now on BTSC. So shout out to Matty P from Steelers Touchdown Under on BTSC, which I'm still working there too every week. Who else? Big shout out to Daniel, Stay of the Steelers. Another guy. Big shout out to Devin. Here we go. I work with. In hindsight, Nathan on his channel too. If I've missed anyone, I do apologize. But a big shout out to everyone in the YouTube community that is trying to help this thing grow. Even my other good mate, It's Yinsberg, on his videos too. We've done a few things together in podcast forms. It is fantastic. So if I have missed anyone, I do apologize. But there are so many people in the YouTube community, in the content creation side, where we put the videos out and we all talk. A lot of us talk off air, trying to develop ideas, develop skills. How do we get better on the YouTube sense? How do we deliver better content? So learning a lot of things from all these people is fantastic. And I'm super proud. I'm super proud to hit 1K, and it's not over yet. And this is what the reason why a lot of YouTubers want to hit 1K is because the matter of the fact is Google, who owns YouTube, the multi-billion-dollar, business, they own Google. So once you hit 1K, you get the 4,000 hours. You can go into a monetization program, whereas it feeds in ads to the videos on this video or then the videos in the future. And then if your video does well, hits 5K, 10K, whatever it is, views, then you get paid, in small amounts for your work. Now, it won't be life-changing, but it's super cool getting the recognition. That's the best thing. The work you do, the recognition from not only the viewer, which is you guys, subbing, commenting, doing all those things. That's great recognition. Hey, man, you're doing great. Your channel's fantastic. Your accent's cool. Stuff like that. Like, that's the viewer, right? You guys are like, help me want to do this more. If I don't have that feedback, then I don't know why I'm doing it, right? So the viewer itself, you guys at home, when you're making tea, when you're showing your friends or you're watching the game, you're like, yeah, man, let's go see what Mark says. I like that stuff. I love that. And the other side is, the other recognition is from Google and the Google AdSense. So in the future, guys, you will see ads come into the video. If you haven't got YouTube Premium, then just click, you watch the ad or skip the ad or whatever. But I get paid a small little amount for those kind of things. But that's the goal of a lot of YouTubers on this platform. And it's a big milestone. I think someone said it in my chat the other day. It's a massive, massive milestone to reach the 1K. And I'm keen to grow the community even more. I really am, to see where it can go. Now, to end this video, the Steelers aren't doing the best this year, but we still have a chance. The Steelers are 4-7. They need to beat the Falcons. The Ravens need to lose. The Bengals need to lose. And possibly the Jets need to lose too. But we'll take it one game at a time. But there's still a chance for the playoffs. But I appreciate every single one of you checking out my videos. It's been a wild ride the last year and even after the pandemic and stuff. Because right now, for making money in this world, I go and do Uber Eats and I do a lot of content creation. I'm talking about the Steelers. You've seen me everywhere. Syndicate, here, and BTSC. And now I'm making a bit of coin in this space. So it's kind of cool to see that the recognition and the hard work, or getting recognition and the hard work, is finally paying off. But I don't do this just for money. I do it for the passion. Passion comes first. Anything you do is chase it with passion. Now, lastly, before I end the video, because it's a huge, huge thanks to everyone, but a 1K is amazing, and let's tackle it, and it deserves to have a video by itself. But I will say, if you made it this far, and you want to do this kind of stuff, you want to talk about the Steelers, you want to talk about your team, you want to do a podcast, do not put it off. It's quite daunting to start, but once you do it, it's fantastic. Like, once you start doing it and build a community around your platform, it's awesome. And anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. All you got to do is be patient, which sometimes can be very hard to do. Be committed as well. Make sure you're committed to your goal. Talk with passion. I think passion would be number one. If you're not passionate what you talk about, there's no point doing it. Really, there really isn't. If you're trying to lie to the audience, then you're lying to yourself, right? I've been a fan for almost 21 years coming up, right? Been a fan for 21 years of the team. Been following the team since 2002 or 2003 near Maddox and Dan Crider and those dudes, Amos Zeroaway, right? Those dudes back in the day. Um, Heath Miller in there too. All those dudes. Vince Williams. I've been following the team for a long time, a very long time. I'm a Steelers fan through and through. Black and gold is what I bleed. I have my terrible towel always with me, right? You got to talk with passion. So whatever you're chasing, if it is YouTube, if it's blogging, if it's like you want to write a book, if it's something like that, do what you're passionate about. That's what I would say. And don't worry about the money. Okay. Famous philosopher Alan Watts said, do not worry about the money. He said, what if money was no issue? What would you do if money was no issue? And I've answered that question a few times. And the first time I answered that question, what would you do if money was no issue? I said travel. Now, I've done a lot of traveling. I still want to travel again. But right now, my second answer, what would you do if money was no issue? It'd be podcasting. I love podcasting. I love talking about the Steelers. So if you want to do art for a living, go and do art because the money will come later. And this is part of it too. I've been doing this now for 3 years podcasting, and I'm finally in a position where every single space I work for, I'm getting paid to do it in a small amount. Like I'm not giving away my driving with Uber Eats because that's helped me out both sides. But every single platform I work for, if it's BTSC, Pittsburgh Steeler Syndicate, or Steeler Nation Australia, I'm getting paid a small amount for something that I love to talk about. So Alan Watts said it best. Do what you're passionate about. And if money was no issue, what would you do? That's the biggest thing. If money was no object or issue, what would you do? And my answer has always been travel. And my other answer is, Steelers. Maybe I can merge those two together one time. Maybe I could take Steeler Nation Australia around Australia. If I get enough spare money, I can go and find Australian fans in Australia and interview them and do that kind of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff I can do with this channel that can go outside the realm of the four walls in my room. I could go in to Sydney and, of course, hopefully meet up with Matty one day and get an interview from him. Like I could meet other Steeler fans in Australia. If I'm lucky enough, I'll be able to go back to America, right? Go to Europe again. I can take this channel hopefully with me, cover the team, meet other Steeler fans, and find out why they're Steeler fans. Because that's the funnest part. That's the funnest part. One of the funnest parts is going to an airport, wearing your Steelers gear, right? Your Steelers shirt, whatever it is, walking around your jumper, and someone walks past you and says, "Oh, are you a Steelers fan?" And you're like, "Yeah, man, I'm a Steelers fan. I'm from Australia." And they're, "What Australia?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And you start having a conversation. It's all the Steelers logo and the Steelers like jersey and shirts. It's a conversational piece for to start the conversation starter for sure. The amount of times I've been in New York, the airports, Pittsburgh, wherever I've walked around in Sydney, up in the Gold Coast, I wear a Steelers shirt, and the next minute someone comes up and goes, "Are you a Steelers fan?" I go, "Yes, I am, 110%." And then it starts a conversation. You might meet a new friend. You might have a beer with that guy or girl, whatever it is, right? The Steelers, for me, have gotten me all around the world. The Steelers have taken me to my trip to Canada. I didn't know what to do 6 years ago, so I went to a trip to Canada, and I stayed there for about a year and a half. I went to America, I think, 3 or 4 times. I went to San Fran for Super Bowl 50. I went to Houston Texans Super Bowl for 51, where the Patriots beat the Falcons, right? And they've never got over that. It's taken me everywhere. I've met numerous good friends overseas too. My mate Ryan and my other mate Taylor, who probably won't see this video, but I met them at the hotel and they were fantastic. I met my mate Gil, who's a Steelers fan. So many people that I've met just by wearing the jersey or through the Steeler Nation community. And I kind of want to expand that. I kind of want to keep doing this and see what can happen. Anyways, guys, it's been a 15-minute video. So if you made it to the very end, hit that like, hit that sub. And I appreciate every single one of you. And that's just a big shout out to myself for the 1000K or the 1000 subs. And hopefully we can go up, was it above and beyond? Right. Keep going further and further. And I thank you guys for checking out the channel and my Steelers content for helping me get to the 1K. Because without you guys, there's no 1K. Without you guys cheering me on, supporting me, there is no 1000 1K episode right now. So thanks guys for checking out Steeler Nation Australia, and I'll see you guys later.